Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. Like, subscribe, become a member. Thank you. Look, man, this whole thing with the champ Claressa Shields and ex-boxing promoter Curtis Jackson, 50 Cent, rapper, businessman. Look, that whole thing is going to twist, man. I think it's all going to twist. Because if she really goes through with this lawsuit on that guy, I think it's all going to twist. And 50 Cent could have everybody seeing him as the victim. You know, at first glance, it looks like Claressa versus 50 Cent. But once you factor in Papoose, entering the situation, the dish records, the personal accusations, talking about, you know, herpes and diabetes and getting stabbed and being robbed and Floyd Mayweather punching 50 in the face. I tell you what, when you start talking that kind of stuff, man, this can flip fast. A multi-directional legal war. That's what I think it's going to turn into if it's not all just smoke and mirrors and it's just both of them going back talking trash to elevate their profiles. But if it's just bull crap, nothing's going to materialize. But if it's serious, I think this could turn to a multi-directional legal war that 50 Cent wins because his money's longer. It's pretty simple. So, a defamation, let me say, when it comes to defamation, these lawsuits and all that, but the bottom line, that shit can backfire. If Claressa is suing over statements about her personal life, the legal standard is simple. You got to prove the statement was false. It caused real harm. It was made with negligence or malice. You have to prove that. That's not me making up anything. But here's the catch. Once you open that door, everything becomes fair game for scrutiny. Relationships, messages, timeline of events, public versus private behavior. And I'm telling you right now, just from looking at things on the outside based on what stuff I've seen, I can see how somebody could be like, hey, maybe there was something more going here. Doesn't mean she had some intimate relations with somebody, but you hitting somebody up, some 1 a.m. and stuff like that. I mean, you know, what y'all looking to talk about? The stock market? I mean, but the bottom line is, it just opens that door for everything to become fair game for scrutiny. And I think you're going to have a tough time trying to prove that 50 Cent did something to be malicious. But we got to let it play out because shit's becoming interesting now. I wonder, this thing about public versus private behavior. You see, if this was me, I wouldn't want all of that shit to come out, especially if I had some dirt. I wouldn't want nothing to come out. I just have to take my bumps and bruises and leave that shit alone. But the whole case can get turned around. When you add in what's being said in the diss track and online chatter, if statements were made about 50 Cent involving health conditions, personal behavior, financial or physical claims, and if those statements are false, then 50 could argue he's being defamed too. That creates a counterattack scenario. Instead of Claressa versus 50, it becomes 50 versus Claressa and Papoose. So why 50 Cent is dangerous? Shit, we all know why. Legally and publicly, he's not just a rapper. He's not just an ex-boxing promoter. He's not just a businessman. He's a seasoned businessman. He's a media strategist and someone who understands narrative control. His pattern, look, he doesn't just defend. He counterpunches harder. And if you challenge him, he may gather receipts. He may expose contradictions. He may escalate publicly and legally because he has brilliant people around him and he can afford to pay for even more brilliant if he gets himself into a shitty situation. So to me, it's win-win for 50. Now, the thing about the health claims. Now, you come out here talking about somebody having herpes and diabetes, right? That's pretty damn serious. And calling him bumpy. That's pretty serious. Allegations about someone's health, like diseases or conditions, are high risk legally. I'm not making this up. Because if false, didn't Tasha K get into some shit with Cardi B over saying something about some health condition? But anyway, I don't follow all that. But I could have sworn somebody said something. That's why she had the lawsuit and all that. But anyway, if it's false, the person who's having these things said about them, they can sue for a damaged reputation, impact business, how it impacted their business relationships, and be considered defamation per se in some cases. So if untrue, those type of claims could strengthen 50 Cent's legal position, shift sympathy toward him. And that would be all bad. And this could hurt Claressa and Papoose. Even if Claressa started this to defend her name, it could spiral into public perception damage. Fans see chaos instead of control. Narratives become really messy and stink. Could be relationship scrutiny. Their dynamic becomes part of the story. Every claim gets analyzed. Legal exposure. Both sides. Statements get examined. Risk of countersuits increase. You see, so it just starts to snowball into something that I don't think Claressa and Papoose are ready to deal with. And I really don't think 50 got time for it. He'll just let his legal team handle it while he does his own thing. Because he got the kind of money to be like, whatever. Y'all want to play stupid games? Cool. I'm all here for the stupid prizes. Because I got the money to do it. I can afford a stupid prize. And that's why, for me, I'm just watching, and it's like a redirection effect, if I could describe it a kind of way. That's what I would describe. It's like redirecting everything, like the redirection effect. And it's really starting at Claressa defending her name, and then all of a sudden, everyone's credibility is being questioned now. Something that's supposed to be so simple and straightforward got everybody's credibility being questioned, you know what I'm saying? And the whole shift, the focus moves off Claressa's claim and focus moves on who said what, what's true, who can prove it. And that shit becomes a lose-lose. If Claressa wins, the drama still damages her brand. Private matters that weren't public become public. And those that were already public can have the layers peel back furthermore to expose more that people didn't know. Now, if 50 wins are counted successfully, the narrative flips completely. He becomes the wrong party. And if it drags out, everyone loses reputation-wise. So I think when I look at it, there's a much bigger lesson here. The situation highlights something important. Public accusations equal legal consequences, especially when celebrities are involved, statements are amplified, emotions turn into records, posts, interviews. The bottom line, it's time to shut up, leave this shit alone, because if Claressa's serious, you know 50 Cent coming out swinging. And I never listened to the Papoose provocateur diss. I never listened to it. I listened to it about 20 minutes ago. I listened to the whole thing. There's no hooks, just straight through. And I was listening to what he was saying. I'm like, boy, I know it's a diss record, but if y'all want to come at 50, he may come and take that diss record, even if Pap was just saying stuff that wasn't true, just to, give his little diss record some teeth. That shit could twist. And something that's just supposed to be hip-hop, innocent diss record, just, hip-hop, right? That shit could turn legal, turn ugly. And them lyrics could come back to backfire on Papoose. And Claressa calling 50 Cent, I think it was bumpy. That shit could come back on her too. The bottom line, can't we all just get along? Stop the bullshit. Love all, hate none. Stop with the negativity. But if they're all in concert together doing this and sitting back together eating peanut butter sandwiches together and laughing at us, then I think the shit's genius, because they got us talking about it, don't they? Anyway, man. It looks like Claressa versus 50 Cent, but in reality, this could become a full-blown legal war where 50 Cent flips the script and positions himself as the one being attacked. And if that happens, the courtroom won't just decide who's right. You better believe they're going to expose everything. And all that shit's going to leak. It's going to get ugly. Tables going to turn real fast. Lawsuit may backfire on Claressa and Papoose. Flip the case. 50 Cent may be the real victim. Never a dull day when it comes to Claressa Shields and Papoose. And damn 50 Cent. Always something. I can't talk about it no more, man. I'm about to go get my sons from school. In the breeze.